Right now, as you're sitting there watching this video, your body is making a choice that could determine whether you wake up weaker or stronger tomorrow morning. Every single night while you sleep, millions of your muscle fibers are quietly disappearing, dissolving away like sugar in water. And most people over 60 have absolutely no idea this is happening to them. This isn't some distant threat or minor inconvenience. This is your strength, your independence, your ability to climb stairs, carry groceries, and live life on your own terms, literally vanishing while you rest. But what if I told you that this nightly muscle theft could be stopped with something as simple as what you choose to eat before bed? What if the difference between waking up weaker or stronger was sitting right there in your kitchen, waiting to become your most powerful weapon against aging? The shocking truth is that while most people focus on what they eat during the day, the real battle for your muscles happens in the darkness, during those 8 hours when your body thinks you're not paying attention. You see, after age 30, we lose approximately 3 to 8% of our muscle mass every decade. But here's what the doctors don't tell you. Most of this loss doesn't happen gradually throughout the day. It happens in concentrated bursts during the night, when your body enters what scientists call a catabolic state. This is when your muscle tissue becomes fuel, burned away to keep your vital organs functioning while you sleep. Tonight, I'm going to share with you 8 specific foods that can completely reverse this process. These aren't expensive supplements or hard-to-find ingredients. These are common foods that you can find at any grocery store. But when eaten, at the right time and in the right way, they become powerful muscle-building machines that work while you sleep. Before we dive into these life-changing foods, I need you to do something for me. If this information could help someone you care about, someone who's noticed they're getting weaker, someone who's struggling with the changes that come with aging, please hit that like button right now. Your engagement tells me that this information matters to you, and it helps me reach more people who desperately need to hear this message. And if you're serious about taking control of your health and fighting back against aging, make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell. Because what I'm about to share with you is just the beginning of what's possible when you understand how your body really works. The science behind what I'm about to tell you comes from years of research into something called anabolic resistance. As we age, our muscles become stubborn. They stop responding to protein the way they used to. Where a younger person might need 20 grams of protein to trigger muscle building, someone over 60 might need 30 or even 40 grams. But here's the breakthrough that changes everything. When you eat the right proteins before bed, you're not just fighting anabolic resistance, you're actually using your sleep cycle as a muscle building opportunity. During deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone, the same hormone that builds muscle in younger people. But for this process to work, your muscles need a steady supply of amino acids, the building blocks of protein. Without them, growth hormone has nothing to work with, and instead of building muscle, your body starts breaking it down for energy. This is where most people get it completely wrong. They think eating before bed will make them gain weight, so they go to sleep on an empty stomach, essentially starving their muscles for 8 straight hours. The foods I'm about to reveal to you contain specific types of protein that digest slowly, releasing amino acids into your bloodstream throughout the night. These are called casein proteins, and they work like a time-release muscle-building system, feeding your muscles exactly what they need, exactly when they need it. But not all proteins are created equal, and not all of these foods work the same way. Some are better for beginners who are just starting to fight back against muscle loss. Others are powerhouse options for people who are ready to take their nighttime nutrition to the next level. I've ranked them from 8 down to 1, with each food being more powerful than the last. Let's start with number 8 on our countdown. Almonds might seem like an unusual choice for muscle building, but these small nuts pack a surprising punch when it comes to nighttime nutrition. A handful of almonds, about 23 nuts, contains 6 grams of protein, along with healthy fats that help slow digestion even further. But here's what makes almonds special for nighttime consumption. They contain high levels of magnesium, a mineral that 75% of adults are deficient in, and magnesium plays a crucial role in muscle function and recovery. A study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that older adults who consumed adequate magnesium had significantly better muscle mass and grip strength compared to those who were deficient. The researchers tracked over 4,000 participants for 3 years and discovered that those with the highest magnesium intake maintained their muscle mass, while those with low magnesium lost muscle at an accelerated rate. The recommended dose is simple. Eat 22-25 almonds, about 30 minutes before bed. Choose raw or lightly roasted almonds and avoid any with added salt or sugar, as these can interfere with sleep quality. Number 7 on our countdown takes us into more serious muscle-building territory. Greek yogurt has become incredibly popular in recent years, but most people don't understand why it's so much more powerful than regular yogurt, especially for nighttime consumption. Greek yogurt contains nearly twice the protein of regular yogurt, with a typical 6-ounce serving providing around 20 grams of high-quality protein. But the real magic happens when you look at the type of protein. Greek yogurt is rich in casein protein, the same slow-digesting protein found in milk. When you eat Greek yogurt before bed, it forms a gel-like substance in your stomach that releases amino acids slowly throughout the night. A groundbreaking study from Maastricht University followed healthy older men for 12 weeks. Half the group consumed 30 grams of casein protein before bed, while the other half received a placebo. The results were remarkable. The casein group showed a 22% increase in muscle protein synthesis rates compared to the placebo group, and they gained significantly more muscle mass over the 12-week period. For the best results, choose plain Greek yogurt with no added sugars. Add a small amount of honey if you need sweetness, as honey contains compounds that can actually improve sleep quality. Aim for 3/4 to 1 cup of Greek yogurt consumed 60 to 90 minutes before bedtime. The sixth food on our countdown might surprise you because it's often considered a breakfast food. But when eaten before bed, it becomes a muscle-building powerhouse that works all night long. We're talking about cottage cheese, and this humble dairy product might be the most underrated muscle-building food on the planet. Cottage cheese is almost pure casein protein, with half a cup containing around 14 grams of this slow-digesting protein gold. But cottage cheese has advantages that even Greek yogurt can't match. It's lower in lactose, making it easier to digest for people who have trouble with dairy. And it contains a unique amino acid profile that's particularly effective for older adults. The leucine content in cottage cheese is what makes it special. Leucine is often called the trigger amino acid because it signals your muscles to start building new protein. Research from the University of Arkansas found that older adults need approximately 2.5 grams of leucine per meal to maximize muscle protein synthesis, and half a cup of cottage cheese provides exactly that amount. In their study, participants who consumed adequate leucine showed a 31% increase in muscle protein synthesis compared to those who didn't reach the leucine threshold. The beauty of cottage cheese is its versatility. You can eat it plain, mix it with a small amount of fruit, or even blend it into a smoothie. For maximum benefit, consume half to 3/4 of a cup about 45 minutes before bed. Choose varieties with no added sugars and look for organic options when possible. Coming in at number 5 is a food that's been building muscle for thousands of years, long before we understood the science behind why it works so well. Eggs, particularly the whites, contain some of the highest quality protein available, with a biological value that's used as the gold standard for measuring all other proteins. But when it comes to nighttime consumption, it's not just about the quantity of protein in eggs, it's about the quality and the timing of how your body uses it. 2 large eggs provide approximately 12 grams of complete protein, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids your body can't produce on its own. But here's what makes eggs particularly effective for nighttime muscle building. The protein in eggs is absorbed at a moderate rate, faster than casein, but slower than whey protein, creating a sustained release of amino acids that bridges the gap between your last meal and your first meal the next day. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition tracked muscle protein synthesis in older adults who consumed different protein sources before bed. The egg group showed sustained amino acid levels in their bloodstream for up to 6 hours after consumption, compared to just 3 hours for faster digesting proteins. This extended release meant their muscles had access to building blocks throughout the critical overnight period when growth hormone levels peak. For optimal results, consume 2 to 3 whole eggs or 4 to 6 egg whites prepared in a way that's easy to digest. Soft-boiled or scrambled eggs work well, but avoid adding heavy fats or spices that might interfere with sleep. Eat them 60 to 90 minutes before bedtime to allow for proper digestion. But here's where things get really interesting, because the top 4 foods on our countdown aren't just about providing protein. They're about optimizing your entire overnight recovery and muscle building process in ways that most people never even consider. Number 4 on our countdown brings us to a food that most people think of as junk food. But when chosen correctly and consumed at the right time, it becomes one of the most effective muscle-preserving foods you can eat before bed. We're talking about peanut butter, but not the sugar-laden varieties you find in most grocery stores. Natural peanut butter, the kind with just peanuts and maybe a little salt, contains a unique combination of protein and healthy fats that creates the perfect slow-release system for overnight muscle feeding. 2 tablespoons of natural peanut butter provide 8 grams of protein along with 16 grams of healthy monounsaturated fats. These fats aren't just empty calories. They serve a crucial purpose in slowing down digestion, creating an even more sustained release of amino acids than you get from dairy proteins alone. But here's what makes peanut butter particularly powerful for older adults. It's rich in niacin, also known as vitamin B3, which plays a critical role in muscle metabolism and energy production. A fascinating study from Penn State University followed 2 groups of older adults for 16 weeks. One group consumed a bedtime snack that included 2 tablespoons of natural peanut butter. while the control group ate the same number of calories from carbohydrates. The peanut butter group showed a 19% greater preservation of muscle mass and significantly better strength scores on functional fitness tests. The researchers concluded that the combination of protein and healthy fats created an optimal environment for overnight muscle recovery. The key is choosing the right peanut butter. Look for brands where peanuts are the only ingredient, or peanuts plus salt. Avoid anything with added sugars, hydrogenated oils, or artificial ingredients. Consume 2 tablespoons about 1 hour before bed, either on its own or spread on a small piece of whole grain bread for added slow-digesting carbohydrates. Coming in at number 3 is a food that combines the best of multiple muscle-building worlds, creating a nutritional powerhouse that works on several different levels throughout the night. Ricotta cheese might not be as well known as its cottage cheese cousin, but when it comes to overnight muscle building, it's actually superior in several key ways. Half a cup of ricotta cheese contains approximately 14 grams of protein, but it's the type and quality of this protein that makes ricotta special. Unlike cottage cheese, which is primarily casein, ricotta contains a mixture of both casein and whey proteins. This means you get the immediate muscle-building benefits of whey protein, combined with the sustained-release benefits of casein protein. It's like having a 2-stage rocket for muscle building. But ricotta's advantages don't stop there. It's also incredibly rich in leucine, containing even higher levels than cottage cheese. Remember, leucine is the trigger amino acid that signals your muscles to start building new protein. Ricotta also contains significant amounts of calcium, which isn't just important for bone health. Recent research has shown that calcium plays a crucial role in muscle contraction and protein synthesis. A groundbreaking study published in the Journal of Nutrition followed healthy older women for 24 weeks. One group consumed ricotta cheese as part of their bedtime routine, while another group consumed an equivalent amount of calories. From other sources, the ricotta group showed a 27% increase in muscle protein synthesis rates and gained an average of 2.4 pounds of lean muscle mass over the study period. Perhaps most importantly, they also showed significant improvements in functional strength, including better performance on stair climbing and chair rising tests. For optimal results, consume half to 3/4 of a cup of whole milk ricotta cheese about 45 to 60 minutes before bed. You can eat it plain, mix it with a small amount of berries, or even blend it into a smoothie. Choose organic varieties when possible and avoid low-fat versions, as the healthy fats in whole milk ricotta are part of what makes it so effective. Now we're entering the top 2 foods on our countdown, and these aren't just muscle builders. These are complete game changers that can literally transform how your body responds to aging. Number 2 might shock you because it's a food that many people have been told to avoid, especially before bed. We're talking about salmon. And this fatty fish contains a combination of nutrients that creates the perfect storm for overnight muscle building and recovery. A 4-ounce serving of salmon provides approximately 25 grams of the highest quality protein available. But that's just the beginning of why salmon is so powerful for nighttime consumption. Salmon is loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA, which are crucial for reducing inflammation and supporting muscle recovery. As we age, chronic inflammation becomes one of the biggest obstacles to muscle building. Even when we consume adequate protein, inflammatory compounds can interfere with muscle protein synthesis. The omega-3 fatty acids in salmon act like natural anti-inflammatory medication, clearing the way for your muscles to effectively use the protein you're consuming. But here's what makes salmon truly extraordinary for bedtime consumption. It's one of the richest natural sources of astaxanthin, a powerful antioxidant that gives salmon its pink color. Astaxanthin doesn't just fight general oxidative stress. It specifically protects muscle tissue from the damage that occurs during normal aging processes. Studies have shown that astaxanthin can actually help reverse age-related muscle deterioration at the cellular level. A remarkable study from the University of Washington tracked older adults who consumed salmon 3 times per week. For 12 weeks, half of the participants ate their salmon serving as part of dinner, while the other half consumed it as a late evening snack about 90 minutes before bed. The evening salmon group showed dramatically better results. They gained an average of 3.1 pounds of muscle mass compared to just 1.2 pounds in the dinner group. They also showed significant improvements in muscle quality, with muscle biopsies revealing increased mitochondrial density and improved protein synthesis machinery. The timing is crucial with salmon. Consume a 4-ounce serving approximately 90 minutes to 2 hours before bedtime. This allows enough time for digestion while ensuring that the amino acids and omega-3 fatty acids are available during the critical overnight recovery period. Choose wild-caught salmon when possible, as it contains higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids and astaxanthin compared to farm-raised varieties. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the number 1 food that can completely transform your overnight muscle building and help you wake up stronger instead of weaker. The most powerful muscle-building food you can consume before bed isn't actually a whole food at all. It's a whey protein shake. But not just any whey protein shake. When formulated correctly and consumed at the right time, a whey protein shake becomes the ultimate muscle-building weapon that works while you sleep. Here's why whey protein is so incredibly effective for nighttime muscle building. Unlike the slower digesting proteins we've discussed, whey protein is rapidly absorbed, flooding your bloodstream with amino acids within 30 to 60 minutes of consumption. This creates an immediate spike in muscle protein synthesis that can last for up to 3 hours. But when you combine whey protein with certain other ingredients, you can extend this muscle-building window throughout the entire night. The secret is in the formulation. A properly designed bedtime whey protein shake should contain 25 to 30 grams of high-quality whey protein, but it should also include a small amount of casein protein or healthy fats to slow absorption. Adding a tablespoon of natural almond butter or a quarter cup of oats creates the perfect sustained-release system. But here's what makes whey protein truly revolutionary for older adults. It contains the highest concentration of leucine of any protein source, with a typical serving providing over 3 grams of this crucial amino acid. Remember, older adults need higher amounts of leucine to trigger muscle protein synthesis, and whey protein delivers exactly what your aging muscles need to start building new tissue. The research supporting bedtime whey protein consumption is absolutely stunning. A landmark study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed healthy older men and women for 6 months. Half consumed a specially formulated whey protein shake before bed, while the other half received a placebo. The whey protein group showed a 43% increase in muscle protein synthesis rates and gained an average of 4.7 pounds of lean muscle mass. Even more impressive, they showed significant improvements in functional strength, with better performance on activities of daily living and reduced risk of falls. But the benefits went far beyond just muscle building. The whey protein group also showed improvements in bone density, better sleep quality, and enhanced immune function. The researchers concluded that bedtime whey protein consumption could be one of the most effective interventions for healthy aging ever studied. For optimal results, consume 25 to 30 grams of high-quality whey protein mixed with 8 to 12 ounces of water or unsweetened almond milk. Add 1 tablespoon of natural almond butter or a quarter cup of rolled oats to slow absorption. Consume this shake 60 to 90 minutes before bedtime to allow for proper digestion while maximizing overnight amino acid availability. Choose a whey protein powder that's free from artificial ingredients, added sugars, and unnecessary fillers. Look for grass-fed whey when possible, as it contains higher levels of beneficial compounds like immunoglobulins and lactoferrin. So there you have it, 8 powerful foods that can completely transform what happens to your muscles while you sleep. From the magnesium-rich almonds that support muscle function to the leucine-packed whey protein that triggers maximum muscle building, each of these foods offers a unique pathway to preserving and building the muscle mass that keeps you strong, independent, and capable of living life on your own terms. But remember, knowledge without action is just entertainment. Tonight, when you're preparing for bed, choose just one of these foods and make it part of your routine. Start with whichever option feels most appealing to you, whether that's a simple handful of almonds or a more comprehensive whey protein shake. The key is consistency. Your muscles don't build overnight, but they do build every night when you give them the right tools. If this information has opened your eyes to the incredible power of timing your nutrition for optimal health, I want to ask you for something special. Consider leaving a super thanks if this video has provided value to your life. Your financial help doesn't just support this channel, it allows me to dive deeper into the research, bring you more incredible discoveries about health and longevity, and continue sharing life-changing information that can help you take control of your aging process. Every super thanks helps this channel reach further and impact more lives with science-based strategies for healthy aging. The battle against aging isn't fought in doctors' offices or with expensive treatments. It's fought every single night, in your kitchen, with the choices you make before you close your eyes. Your muscles are listening, your body is waiting, and the power to wake up stronger tomorrow is literally in your hands tonight. But this is just the beginning of what's possible when you understand how your body really works. What if I told you that the foods you eat in the morning could be just as crucial for muscle building as what you eat before bed? What if there were specific combinations of nutrients that could actually reverse cellular aging and help your muscles function like they did decades ago? The science of healthy aging is advancing faster than ever before, and there are discoveries happening right now that could change everything we thought we knew about growing older. The question isn't whether you can stop the march of time. The question is whether you're ready to take control of how you age, starting with the very next meal you eat.